I pity.
Brian, can someone count how many fucking teams I'm supposed to have?
It's 2 teams and spectators. I really pity people who are on the other server slots for this.
Why don't we have 5v5?
Because we've got 2 people.
Because that's unimaginative.
Okay.
How many is it per team? Please, someone count for me.
Over 9,000.
Stop. Before everyone goes yelling, how many people do not want to play and just want to spectate? Because that's something not less.
It's only 2 who want to spec.
What's Metabolical doing?
1 people minus 2 spectators.
They just got bloody hell. Should we sort out the teams now so I can do the team slots based on that?
Yep.
7v7v7?
Okay, go ahead, Roncat, you go first.
Okay. I'm going to drag people into Nanalead's opinion facts, so I'm going to have on my team.
No.
The guys that you fucked up names, can you put your original names back?
Okay, Grip, go.
It's my turn, where's Mark? We are working on the unit cannon.
Okay, wrong kick, go.
User was moved out of your channel.
Okay, go. Okay, wrong cat.
Don't worry,
Grip.
I'll be with you.
Wrong
I
cat.
want to be with Bacon now.
I love you, Benji. I love you, Benji.
And so the realm was split up.
Brian.
Who was...
And so the realm has been split.
I can't move Roncat, fuck's sake.
I'm scared, Benji.
What is going on?
Who I want?
Me and Master cut me apart.
User was moved out of your channel.
It is not possible.
Dude.
User was moved out of your channel.
So scared.
Hold me, Ben!
User was moved out of your channel.
Hold me, Ben!
Master's team.
User was moved out.
Oh.
That's it.
Oh wow, this is going to be a big ass
Kixer
game.
is playing, yeah.
User was moved out of your channel.
Right. Okay.
Godspeed,
Sort
Roncat.
yourselves out.
Godspeed.
Awesome.
Hello folks, I'm here with a Dualcast with BrianPurkiss from PAmatches, and we've got a ridiculous number of players against a ridiculous number of players from the realm. I believe it's a 12 versus 12, so you can see all the players up top currently. Big planet, lots of metal, lots of opportunity. What are your thoughts, Brian?
Well, we've got it's a 9v10, and it's certainly going to be quite the unique game. We haven't really seen matches of this scale so far, and we're going to have a mix of land and water-based combat, just large armies, lots of expansion. It's going to be intense.
Indeed, just as intense as Brad's biceps over the side. That is indeed of special significance to some of the realm members who are absolutely obsessed with Brad. Brad, if you're watching, you have some fans. Now, let's have a look at the spawns. All split up, as one would expect.
Yeah, with this many players, fast expansion is going to be key. Players are going to be wanting to grab as much metal and as much map control as possible, as quickly as possible.
Indeed. There are a couple of spawns here, like there's 3 blue commanders that I'm looking at the moment who have only got an expansion of 2 metal sites outside of their spawn, and then they've got to walk forever to get anything else. There's another blue spawn sort of inside a mountain region that's not particularly brilliant either, but the other one in the middle of the forest, again, not great. So it looks as though the places to expand to are where no one has spawned, really. But all the orange spawns have pretty similar problems, so on the whole, I think it's pretty balanced.
Yeah, well, something that's going to be absolutely critical in this match is gaining control of this water. You get a number of blue bottles into any of these lakes, and then you're able to control large amounts of the map, put up some energy to protect, use blue bottles to control the shoreline, or even get stingrays out to reach out in long range with their tactical missiles.
Indeed. So we're going to see all sorts of modalities of fighting here. We've already see some hummingbirds coming out from Team Orange, who have got a floating air factory over there, up by the north. They're about to scout blue base.
There's fabricators just scattering all across the planet, working on grabbing metal spots, and it looks like blue's already got a few doxes out.
Yes, they're called scampers.
Yeah. Oh, and we've already got an advanced bot factory from Orange.
And we've also got a commander battle coming in the forest from the scouting, although one commander has some healers, the other one does not, so it looks as though Orange is going to have an advantage in this, and the blue commander has way overstretched himself, so I suspect we'll probably see the blue commander die right here.
Yeah, that blue commander's a goner.
Oh no, he's got a couple of fabricators coming in, who's just walked straight into the other commander. That was a waste.
Yeah, and that was only one fabricator versus two fabricators. When you've got a commander battle going, it is imperative that you have fabricators to repair your commander.
So while those two are doing that, the blue are bringing up a secondary commander though to support, but the question is, will he get there in time? It looks debatable. Nah, he's got there in time, just about. But as long as the other commander keeps his focus on that original one, it's going to be slightly tricky for him. But he does see the second commander coming in now because he's got that hummingbird scouting. But there's the second commander, and there's the healer. We've got fireflies also shooting away, and there comes the other commander in, taking the fire for the other one, giving him a time to get away.
It may go down with the resulting explosion.
It may do. I think Orange is definitely combombed with this one. He's lost this one. He's lost this commander. And the other one's just about managed to get out of the way, but that's going to be an initial base lost for blue, setting them back slightly on that spawn. There we go, a couple of factories down, a little bit of econ down. Not too much damage, but one commander lost. 12 plays 11. Now let's have a look at some of the other factories that are around the planet at the moment. We've got an
Looks
advanced...
like Orange has scouted some of blue. Was that another explosion?
No, I think there was just one. But certainly blue is already into advanced vehicles. It's going up gradually. Although looks like they've just about managed to keep their energy in check. That factory's going up reasonably quickly, actually.
There's another blue factory, advanced vehicle factory, that's over halfway done on a different side of the planet.
Oh, I was looking at the one that's in the desert section, just on the edge of a jungle, not the one that was deep set in the jungle.
This one's... I'm looking at a different one over by a pond, not even in the jungle. That stuff going up everywhere, and until Uber puts in the ability to ping different locations, we're going to have a difficulty keeping track of everything that's going on. Couple tanks from Orange moving in, but there's a commander there. He's going to be able to drive off those tanks, no problem.
Yeah, and there's also ants from blue to support that.
Blue commander that's just going for a walk. I don't know what he's doing. He walked past a bunch of metal spots. Okay, there we go. He's turned around and building some metal extractors.
We've got blue fabricators all the way in the middle of no man's land over here, just claiming metal. Beautiful expansion, and no one's really doing anything, although it is a little bit close to this naval spawn from Orange, with a whole bunch of energy in the water.
Yeah.
So that's going to be risky.
No from Orange yet, though.
There is that a narwhal being produced there? I think it is.
Yeah, that's a narwhal. Narwhal it has anti-air capabilities, but doesn't have the range of a blue bottle nor the damage. I'm surprised it's taking this long to get any action going. I think everybody's just playing a little cautious. Nobody really knows what to expect from a match like this.
Indeed, and well, I don't think anybody does really. But we now have an advanced vehicle factory going up from Orange in that hotly contested region where they lost a commander. I think they're pretty bitter about that and want some revenge. Not
Blue
sure.
just got out their first advanced fabricator. No, not their first. That's their second. So that's going to be a huge step up for Blue once they start getting advanced economy buildings out.
Let's just have a look down here. We see a little orange enclave here, just as a sort of proxy base, you could almost say, for the blue triple com spawn that's, well, by a pond that looks like a boot/child sat with his chin on his knee. It's almost like guessing what clouds look like, really, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got advanced bot fabricators out for orange now, so they're fairly even in economy so far.
We've also got
some
some
side as a commanding lead. We've got some raiding bots from blue, taking out some metal expansion and radar.
We've also got some blue ants and scamper moving in on one of orange's bases now. It's a little thin thing between two ponds, although it is single file, so that'll be repelled pretty darn quickly and easily.
Blue needs to hop into one of these lakes over by orange's base. All it would take is just 2 blue bottles, and they'll be able to destroy quite a bit of orange over there.
Yeah, orange has got a narwhal out and a second one being produced along with a blue bottle, so orange has got a little bit of a presence in the long, narrow body of water there, but blue, I think one of blue's strategies is to synchronise their bases. If you look at where there's a base with 8 metal storages, I suspect what we're seeing here is a link between the 3 bases, one to the northeast and one to the southeast. We'll probably see those 3 link up eventually, because we've got fabricators just sort of doing things here, there and everywhere.
Yeah, although linking up those bases isn't too imperative because there's no metal inside the center area to protect.
It's not too imperative, but more factories is better than fewer factories. In fact, less factories, that's a proper English. But now we have a commander moving in on a pelter entrenchment here, which also has a commander assisting. That's not... No, it doesn't have a commander assisting. The commander's on the other side of it, but he's trying to take off a bunch of ants and a bunch of pelters and a bunch of laser towers, and he has got a second commander in now, so both of these bugs are going to be moving in. One pelter goes down, the fabricator's left thinking, oh, we were working on that. Commanders really need to heal that one, otherwise he's going to die. He's got
looks like orange is going to be able to take out these naval factories in the long, skinny lake.
Indeed, I don't think blue got there fast enough. The commander's going to leg it. What the commander could do, maybe, is stand on the shoreline and see if he can get range on those just by baiting them in a little bit.
Yeah, if commanders get in deep water, the commanders are able to shoot at the ships, and the ships can't shoot back. It requires submarines to shoot back when the commanders are in deep water.
I think that's an aspect of gentlemen's rules now, isn't it? The commanders can't hide underwater.
You know what? I think you're right, so don't listen to me.
I'm not sure. I haven't really been up to speed with PA much lately, but with the news that submarines will be delayed for a little bit.
Submarines function, they shoot torpedoes, they just don't submerge. So they're just boats that shoot torpedoes. At this point, though, it looks like blue's got the advantage. I'm looking around the map, and I get the impression that blue has a lot more units out on the field than orange does.
They certainly seem to have expanded a lot more with their bases, and they're even getting some levelers out now in their jungle base, along with a bunch of advanced econ. However, orange is also getting some advanced mechs nearby their thin pond.
Yeah, orange does seem to control most of the lakes, which is going to be interesting to see how that affects everything. Unfortunately for them, I'm not seeing a lot of metal spots inside the water, so it's not as powerful as if there were a lot of metal for them to protect, because it would be a piece of cake for them to protect metal in the lakes they control.
There's a small skirmish going on in one of the jungles by a sort of corner pond, shall we call that one, where there's a few ants moving in on a pelter and factory spawn, position, but those are going to get repelled because, well, it's a factory position where there's a lot of factories all producing ants at the same time. And there is a blue bottle on the edge of that little lake there, so as soon as he gets radar coverage, he can start pounding away at reinforcements that try and come across, and I think he might already be doing that.
And here we see the advantage of having naval control. Commander's down to half health and is having to run away from what we've got 2 blue bottles and 3 narwhals on the long skinny lake, and now these blue bottles are just they've already destroyed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 metal spots, and they'll probably be able to destroy a 6th. It's just caused the commander to hightail it out of there.
And indeed, they can now claim that mechs as their own, providing they take out that factory. But they might even decide to make the jump to advanced vehicles there. Not vehicles, sorry, naval. To really protect those choke points on either side of that long, narrow pond.
We've got a push in from Orange. Orange has destroyed a few factories, and it looks like they're pulling back their ants, and rightly so, into a larger number of blue ants.
What we do see
now going in the opposite direction for some reason.
So I was just going to jump in there and say that blue is building a nuke launcher, and we've got 3 scampers moving in on it, so I wonder whether they'll get vision. I don't think they will because they're going in the wrong direction. But we've got 3 commanders, in fact, assisting a nuke launcher, so it's going to be a war of nukes, and we've got catapults up as well.
Oh, and the ants are moving in. The doxes are moving in, and oh no, they're just moving away. And this is why scouting is so important, so you can see things like this happening.
Indeed. Unfortunately, I'm looking around Orange's bases, and I do not see any nukes themselves, or in fact counter nukes, but I am seeing a lot of levelers moving around the map now, and
we've got another skirmish going on. It actually looks like it's been going on. A bunch of ants are duking it out between Orange and Blue with pelter support from both sides. There's carnage and wrecks all over.
I'm going to see if I can try and find that one. I think I'm a little bit lost.
It's on the 2 lakes that are almost connected.
Ah, the corner lake, yeah. I see it.
And it looks like Blue's trying to get in the water, but Orange already has 2 blue bottles, and they're moving in that direction, so they'll probably be able to take out that naval factory, which is going to give Orange quite the advantage.
Indeed, plus they'll be able to take out that mechs. And indeed, Orange also has the factory down below, so they're going to start forking the blue position.
Here we see pelters. Pelters are fantastic defensive structures. When you get a bunch of them up, their long range allows you to just chew through ant blobs with their area of effect damage, and Orange, their attack is practically gone.
Blue has begun construction on their nuke. The launcher is now finished. The triple comms are now moving out and doing their own different things. One is still assisting the nuke, however. But we've got blobs of ants from Blue from the jungle spawn. We've got huge waves of them, although in single file, but moving towards Orange's choke point in between a large and small lake just south of the equator.
Wow, we've got a group of ants who have overwhelmed one of Orange's base, and looks like they might be able to almost get a commander kill, but there are ants moving in to reinforce, and if they're able to catch up to that commander, we might see another commander kill.
That's not enough ants there for the commander. He's going to get out alive and well. He's got a lot of fabricators there to assist and heal him up. They're just hiding behind the trees. There they are, moving in now. That's a huge number. 7 of them. 8. One's just popped out and they're continuing to build, but they're going to try and run away from these ants before they themselves are killed, while the commander's going to run off and kill them on his way.
Yeah, it's very impressive how much damage a commander is able to tank when it has the support of just one or 2 fabricators even. And here we're starting to see late game. This is at the point where many players forget to expand and gain map control and expand their economy, which is a big mistake. You want to make sure that you're constantly upgrading your metal extractors all over the planet. Oh, whoa, we've got a huge group of ants moving in on Orange's base. This is going to be a lot of carnage, and it doesn't look like Orange has much at all to defend.
Whereabouts? Oh my word, yes.
A long skinny lake on one of the
My
ends.
word. They have got a catapult. Their ants are moving in the other direction. They're going to have trouble. But as soon as they see this all coming in, we're going to see all of those advanced fabricators bump into action. They're already trying to get up another catapult. But as soon as they see that scouting, but of course they haven't been scouting, so the ants are going to be on top of them, and the fabricators are going to have to hightail it out.
And we've got ants moving in from the south. This is a big push. We got ants coming in from all sides. This is going to take out this base. Although we do have narwhals and blue bottles coming in, that's going to be a big help. And
Indeed
here
it
we
will.
go. There was a commander.
I didn't see where that one was, I'm afraid. I'm in dynamic camera view looking at this assault from all of these ants.
I think it was blue that just took out a commander. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's looking like Orange lost one of their bases, and I know there was a commander there earlier. Or maybe it was over here. Either way, I'm pretty sure that was Orange.
We've got some narwhals coming in with a supporting couple of blue bottles to help with these ants that are just pounding away through this base now. They've taken out a lot of econ and a couple of factories as well. They're going to continue, and the naval actually decides, nope, that's not enough of us to do any damage there. We're going to get out.
Yeah, well, naval's got blue bottles have a range of 220, while ants only have a range of 100. So you just want to make sure that those blue bottles stay out of range. And narwhals have a range of greater than 100. I just can't remember what it is. So they're kiting those incoming ants.
Indeed, we can see the ants that are getting too close to the pond are all getting destroyed. There's a whole bunch of wreckage there where those ships have managed to take out a bunch, but they have lost a few of their own number. And we see a blob of orange ants now ready to try and counter this blue blob. And it won't be too long
Orange
before...
is frantically putting pelters up as well, which is going to be very helpful for this many blobs of units. That area effect damage is going to be very helpful.
Just a heads up, Blue's nuke is almost completed. Where will this go, I wonder? And they're also getting an orbital launcher next to it. This could be a game changer.
Yeah,
but I believe
things certainly aren't looking good for Orange. Orange is losing map control all over the place. And nuke launch.
Of course, I would manage to lose it. There it goes, right into that little enclave there. That is gone. Blue can claim all of that for themselves. The orange presence there has disappeared entirely. Beautiful nuke strike there. Blue now no longer has to worry about that flank. Though they already lost a commander there. Orange did, I believe, so that was...
At this point, it looks like Orange just has two bases left. I'm seeing one... Not seeing too many commanders. 2, 3, 4. I'm only seeing 4 commanders left from Orange. At this point, I think it's just a matter of time for Blue's armies to just move towards Orange's base.
Yeah, I think Orange made the mistake of going too much econ in the water, and while Blue decided we're going to bump up production because we can. And I think Orange sort of set back in their spawns and didn't expand as much as they possibly could have done, especially with factories and production, because Blue now has vehicles everywhere, and I mean everywhere. There's nowhere for Orange to hide now, really. Commanders are going to have to be in lakes. But there is one advanced naval factory, so we might see some Leviathans coming out to support there. First, we've got an advanced naval fabricator, however.
I do think you're right. I think Blue's very rapid expansion is what's won the match for them. They were able to gain so much economy so quickly that they were able to just outproduce and overwhelm Orange. Orange losing that commander early on certainly didn't help.
Blue have a number of nuke launchers now. I believe probably about 3.
We'll probably see a double nuke on one commander here soon.
Yeah, definitely. Either a double nuke on one or separate nukes on different parts of the base, because at this point all they need to do really is cement their advantage because I mean the orange spawn by the North Pole, that's nukable and absolutely annihilatable with only 2 nukes. Just one in the middle of that econ and one in the middle of those factories and energy. And that base is no more. Plus it'll then, of course, injure the commanders, take out all of that workforce of fabricators, and Blue can just stroll in and claim the kill. They've also got Hulkins and catapults. I wonder whether they're actually beginning to utilise their orbital yet or not. I'm not even sure if they need to use resources on the orbital that they had built wherever it was. Oh no, they're getting a radar from it. That's a good choice.
An advanced radar would be very, very helpful to find the commanders so they can take them out quickly as possible.
And indeed, look how fast that is being produced. 3 commanders and a huge number of fabricators. And it looks as though Dutch Mikey from Team Blue is already calling for a GG question mark, because
we got a group of levelers and ants moving in on 2 commanders, but there's a bunch of blue bottles and narwhals moving in support, so I think these commanders are safe from this attack. And
not if they move out.
Radar satellite.
They're moving out towards the levelers, so they could be in for a rough time, because it all depends on whether the blue bottles and whatnot have their range. And one of the commanders is about to go down. He's going to move in. He's accepted his fate. There he goes. He's gone. And now it's just a matter of time before the other one goes down, because there are levelers moving in to support as well. So we'll see the second orange commander from there go down. But there is still one in the middle of the pond.
Yeah, that was a big mistake. You don't want to be losing commanders at this point, and there was no reason to lose the commander because you had that blue bottle support. You just need to pull back the commander to the shoreline, and then those blue bottles will take care of all those ants and levelers.
Indeed, it looks as though that commander's going to get away with the skin of his teeth. They are now,
around the map, and Orange is just slowly losing map control, and their base is just getting smaller and smaller bit by bit. Oh, and Blue's sneaking in a naval factory in Orange's. It's going to be a nasty surprise for Orange if they don't catch that in time.
Indeed, I wonder how long it's going to be until the next nuke is launched. Shouldn't be too long now. Let's just keep a tab on how the nukes are. One is halfway complete. The other is also halfway complete, but it hasn't got anyone assisting it because they're too busy assisting a laser platform for orbital.
Those are always fun. We don't see those too often because there's normally such late game. We've got a group of hummingbirds from Blue hovering over Orange's base, so Blue pretty much knows everything that's going on with Orange, even though Blue does have an advanced radar satellite up, but they don't have the power to support it. At this point, you should probably start canceling some factories so you can get full vision, because Blue already has enough ants to win this game several times over.
Yeah, I mean, what you said earlier about Orange slowly losing map control, I think they've lost map control. I don't think they really have anything other than their own corner that they've been backed into. And there's nowhere really else to go. If they move out and try and expand, they will be taken out by artillery, levelers or ants. And although, however, Orange is getting advanced air, building Hornets now, if the commander comes down and assists, those will come out pretty rapidly. But
And
of course the
blue,
hummingbirds are there.
Blue is in Orange's lake, and they've got They got a bunch of blue bottles moving in from all sides, and it's just not looking good for Orange. Well, we've got big push in from Blue coming in from all sides on Orange's base over by the 2 lakes.
Yeah, I'm there already.
It's like this is going to be it for that one commander.
I'm in dynamic cam mode now, watching these ants roll in. Almost reminds you of the final push on Berlin in the Second World War.
So very laggy, though.
I'm not too bad, actually, given my internet. But having said that, the ants are sort of playing a little bit of hopscotch and jumping here, there, and everywhere. And in walks the commander
that's it
now.
for the commander.
He's gone. Clearing a bunch of trees next to him as well. Though he did
And
save the energy.
That is good. And it looks like, how many commanders? 1, 2, 3 commanders left for Orange. 2 at the long skinny lake and 1 at the double lake. And Blue does have a naval factory in the long skinny lake.
I think I've just hit a major lag spike.
I think the server crashed. It looks like everything's
Yes.
frozen.
And Blue was in the middle of launching a nuke as well towards that Orange base. Oh, it was just on its way.
Either way, I think we can call this match for Blue.
Easily. There's, without a shadow of a doubt, that was a game for Blue. I think it was just a matter of time before Orange was gone. Well,
That certainly was fun. It's not too often, or actually this is the first time I've seen matches this large. This is a sample of what Planetary Annihilation is going to be like in the future. We're talking massive armies, and naturally it won't be this laggy. And what's more, we'll have the added benefit of multiple planets. I mean, come on, that's just going to be so awesome.
indeed it is. Because they are shooting for awesome. Anyways, I do believe the age of this game has long passed. And it might be time to call it a day. So,
well, this was fun. Hopefully we can do another Dualcast here in the future.
indeed. So, just wrapping up. Thank you for watching, folks. Don't forget to drop a like or a comment or ask any questions if you have them. Or subscribe for a lot more coming very soon, because I get home at Christmas and I have internet. Woo! And that is all. Thanks again for watching, and have a nice day.